Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78. And I love stories like this because it takes place downtown Chicago, highlighting our beautiful city, and also features our furry friends. And that's why I have my friend Scott here to talk about the Great American Dog Show, the triumphant return. I love it. How you doing, Scott?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. This is great to talk with you today.
Absolutely. We were just talking before we got started here. You guys are hustling, getting this thing together. I mean, it's the first time since 2015. It's back here in Chicago. So a little work to get it going, but you guys went out big. I mean, you're at the McCormick Place for 3 days, right?
We did. We went out big. It's hot. It's a hot day in Chicago today, so we're all down there getting everything ready. And a big shout out to the Chicago unions because they've been doing an amazing job. The work that these guys are doing in this heat, putting on this show, there's a ton to get done there. So the Teamsters Union, the Carpenters Union, the diners there, they've been amazing down there in this heat, getting all of the stuff set up. It is 600,000 square feet of
Not
excitement.
I know for to give people some context, I mean, McCormick Place is where they have the auto show. So, I mean, it's a place that fits cars, hundreds of cars, and thousands of people. So, this is a massive space. This is a lot of fun. Did I read right where there's 14 large like rings? Is that what you guys are? That's the areas
Yeah,
where the dogs kind of do their things, right?
so the centerpiece of it all is the International Kennel Club and the dog show in the center. And that's where you guys have seen it if you watch on Thanksgiving, after the parade, you watch the dogs run around. That's the heart of the show. But there's so much more to it. So we brought on the AKC, the American Kennel Club Meet the Breeds, which when we're getting ready for a dog show, people get a little nervous. They're getting their dogs ready. They don't want you necessarily touching them. It's some stress. Well, that doesn't happen in the Meet the Breeds area. That's where breeders from all over the country have come together for you to teach you about their breeds. So it's amazing. They're setting up these booths. There's over 100 different breeds down there. I bet probably 60 of them you've never heard of.
I was gonna say, I mean, outside of like the normal, the people like if you walk down the streets of Chicago, you see labs, you see
Yeah.
labradoodles, goldens, and
Yeah.
cockatoos or whatever they're all called. But I'm sure I just was watching something earlier today on a TV station about the certain breeds that are older breeds that are now becoming a making a comeback because they're small little dogs, for folks who might be wanting not the giant breeds that shed a lot, but these tiny little guys too.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are breeds. I'm telling you, you're going to see breeds, and the good thing about it is that these breeders will talk to you and your family about what's the right dog for you, because you
Mm-hmm.
might not know. You might not know if a pointer might be way too much energy for you, but a lab might be just the right breed for you. And these guys can tell you all about it. They'll ask you about where you live, what kind of exercise, what your family's like, and they'll make the right match for you. And that's what this is all about. And if you have one of these breeds, so if you have a Maltese, you have a little dog at home, the great thing is you get to talk to these breeders and learn things you might not even know about your own breed and things that you can do. So it's a great experience there.
And then you also just have the show itself. Like what do people who've never done this before, what can they expect as far as when they walk into McCormick Place? Where do they go? What do they want to do for if they want to see all these beautiful dogs doing their thing?
Yeah. Well, the great thing is, first, if you go to greatamericandogshow.com, we have a full schedule. So you'll see all the different events and everything that's going on. So if you're coming out and you want to see golden retrievers, you don't want to get there at noon and miss them. You want to make sure you're there at 9:30 when they're going to be on. And so it's like Groundhog's Day. I tell everybody all the time, it's the same thing every day. We repeat it. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there'll be a Best in Show award winner every day. So you get to see all of this happen. But you get to see all your great breeds. So you're going to see them run around, compete. We have tours, so you can sign up for a tour. And those tour guides will teach you all about what's happening. So no, you watch somebody point at something in a ring, but you have no idea what's happening. We've got great tour guides.
Yeah,
That'll tell you
very cool.
all about it. Along with, we have a show program, which no other show in the country does. This show program will tell you, it'll give you a map of where everything is, the times everything's happening, explanations on it, great articles about everything that's happening at the show. But when you get there, your eyes are going to blow up because I'm telling you, you walk through the door, you walk right into our amazing store where there's really cool merchandise, stuff you've never seen, souvenirs to take home, right into our vendor village where there are products that you're not going to find on your typical Amazon or something. This is stuff that, some great people from all over the country have brought. Then the center, like I said, is the rings, the main rings, and the meet the
Yeah.
breed.
And then you have that competition where they're doing their, I don't want to say special skills, but they have like, oh, they are kind of special skills, I guess,
Yeah.
because certain dogs can do them, certain can't or whatever. But the backdrop of like Lake Michigan right behind.
Yeah, so there's so many things. One thing that you're going to see is we are having lots of demonstration competitions. We have a giant dock diving pool. That's what I was watching go up this morning. A
Oh,
giant pool
fantastic.
on the floor. You talk about cars being on the floor of McCormick. There's a giant pool on the floor of McCormick that they're putting together. Thousands of gallons of water, and you're going to watch these dogs. They're setting up now the seating for it, so you can sit around, you can cheer on the dogs as they jump into the pool. Then we have demonstrations on things. Not everybody wants to show their dog. We get that. But there's lots of things you can do. So local companies around Chicago that do all of these different things, from scent work to obedience to up dog, all these different activities, agility. You'll see demonstrations on all of that. And every one of your viewers can go down there and see that. That's the kind of, and do that with their own dog. And those experts there will teach you how to do it. They'll tell you where
Do that with their own dogs, so people can bring their dogs.
No, you can't bring your dogs here, but you can meet the people and you can bring it to their studio, because they have studios all in Chicago where you can learn this with your dog. So it's great to come out.
I was going to say.
Yeah, don't bring in your own dog.
That could be a big mess.
We have plenty of dogs there for you to see. You don't need to bring your own. Let your own stay home in the nice cool and come and have some fun in the air conditioning here.
Absolutely. It sounds like a lot of fun. And, outside of just education, entertainment, it's just a good thing for families to do together to really understand the kind of dog people that they are.
Absolutely. And like I said, you and I talked before here, Chicago's an amazing city. And that's why we brought it back into Chicago. It's not the easiest place to have a big giant dog show and get it done here. It's not easy, but I've done this since I was a kid. And I'm committed to people coming back and seeing this and having a great family thing. This is the greatest city, I think, in the world. And I want people to experience it and be able to do it right in their own backyard. So you're going to be able to see all this stuff. It is a kids, you're never even going to say, we have a full kid zone where kids can pretend they're showing a dog. So they can get their little stuffed animal, they can get a little leash. They do that and they go down with their cart. They run around, they get a blue ribbon. Their parents can take pictures with them like they were showing a dog. There's a little agility ring for them to do it. They can race their parents through the agility ring.
And it, tuckers them out a little bit, gets everybody's energy. Yeah, I mean, it's it's perfect, especially for the week of school.
Yep. Face painters are in there, balloon artists, all of that comes with your ticket when you get in there. We do all that for the kids. There's coloring, there's all this stuff. We have a bouncy house. So it's a full day's activity. Your kids will be exhausted by the time they leave here, and you can get a break that night. But it's a full family affair.
Fantastic. One more time for the tickets for people to go to and the days that you guys are going to be open.
Yeah. The only other thing, remember the cat show. We also have the Great American Cat Show.
Can't forget about the felines. I'm sorry.
Yes, we added that just because not everybody's a huge dog lover, and some families have mixed in there. They love dogs and cats. We also have the Great American Cat Show all 3 days as well. So if you go to greatamericandogshow.com, greatamericandogshow.com, you can see schedules, you can buy your tickets, you can do all that, or you can buy your tickets right here at McCormick when you get here.
Fantastic. Scott, thank you so much. It's wonderful to talk to people who love what they do. You can feel it. I can feel it through this, that you are excited and you love what you do. And I have nothing but the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.